It is so sad, that politicians have taken a battle against our favorite provincial commissioner of the SAPS, General Mkhwanazi. Mkhwanazi is someone who's dedicated, who does his job, to the best of his ability, and he's a very, very nice chap. But you come to realize that in this universe, when you are truthful, when you don't like corruption, people hate you for no reason. In fact, they hate you for the fact that you hate corruption, and they want to continue to perpetuate corruption freely. So this is what our black brothers and sisters have become. They've become enemies unto themselves. They are fighting our fellow brother because he's fighting corruption. He's closing the taps in KZN, and KZN is one of the most difficult provinces to operate, especially when you are dealing with crime. We know that crime is very high in KZN, crime is very high in Joburg, so in Gauteng. So it's so sad because politicians are now pushing for the IPID. There's this organization called IPID, Independent Police Directorate or whatsoever, that is actually representing criminals most of the time. I see them representing criminals and blocking the police officers to doing their job. And it's so sad that they are using IPID because they know IPID, it's so sad, good people. I don't know, maybe this is how they operate, maybe this is how they should operate, but most of the people that I know who are police officers, they tell me that IPID is actually mostly preventing them to execute their job, to dealing with criminals. You cannot shoot a criminal. You must wait for a criminal to shoot you before you shoot. So those kind of stupid things, that's IPID for you. So it's so sad that the net is closing for Mkhwanazi, but I don't think they will find anything. This is some kind of arrogance of people who are on senior positions who happens to think that they are in heaven. When you are on senior position, you are corrupt, you are rotten, and you think you are in heaven, you are operating in some island there, and all of that. So the day shall come that you get caught. I've seen 3 days back when SASA officials getting arrested. Why do you steal when you are employed by the government? You are there to serve. You are there to render the service. You still continue to do corruption. You still continue to steal from the poor people. This is some kind of selfish behavior that someone who's at the senior position, they happen to steal from the very same poor. At the same time, you are employed by the government. The state is providing everything for you, medical aid, everything for you, and you still continue to steal. You can't get enough. What is enough actually for you? Because these people are not volunteering, they are working, but they still do corruption. They still engage in corrupt activities. By the way, in SAPS it's worse because as we speak now, the last time I checked, we had 1,500 police officers with criminal records. Police who have committed crimes. Some of these crimes are rapes. Some of them are robberies. Some of them are attempted murder. They are still there. They are working. They are reporting for duty. Every day. So you can see the rot. And by the way, if you look at SAPS, not every police officer is corrupt, but the corrupt police officers are much more than the clean officers who are doing their job and doing exactly what they're supposed to do. So it is worrisome because also the police officers who are not corrupt, they are too scared for their lives. So they become subjected to. So General Mkhwanazi is challenging them to say, listen, you don't cross here. This is my province. You gave me this position so I can fight crime. And it's so sad, man. It's so sad when we see politicians wanting to interfere with the government business. I don't understand. That's why I always say politicians are the most useless people on earth, that they cause crisis and they seem to be busy fixing something, but when you get closer and zoom closer, they are busy with nothing. They are busy with absolutely nothing. I wish that brother, God can protect him, and as we will use whatever we have to to shout out on this kind of behavior, because this is very much unacceptable. Why would they fight someone who's fighting crime? The police officers, most of them, especially those commanders, those who are in senior positions, they are abusing state resources to transport drugs, to transport drug dealers. They are on the payroll with drug dealers. They are pushing syndicates there, and they want to do it freely so because they think they are the authority unto themselves. They are law unto themselves. No one can question them. No one can challenge. That's devilish. That's something that's just unacceptable. Why do you want to become a police officer when you know that you will be corrupt, you will steal, you will do funny things, you will deal with drug dealers, you will name people who are witnesses who report these drug dealers to the police? It's so sad. It's so sad. The country is rotting. The country is rotting, and there's very few people like General Mkhwanazi. There's very few of them. A lot of police officers, you see them wearing uniform there, walking around there. They are rotten. Most of them, they are rotten. And we ask ourselves, why are they there? Why are they wasting time when we've got so many people, young people, who can do better than them, but they are sitting there at squatter camps in slums. They're doing absolutely nothing because they can't employ them. They are busy employing their cousins, their friends, their girlfriends, their makwapenis, everyone. But they're not helping the situation. If you don't know anyone, you don't get anything. Corruption starts there. I've spoken about EMPD, JMPD, and TMPD. There's corruption there. People are buying jobs there. They are buying jobs. Literally, you need to pay someone to get into that post. If you apply, you won't get anything. They check faces there. That's where corruption starts. You see them on the streets. They are working. They are making a roadblock, and they are doing spot checks. They are taking what we call cold drink, bribes. That's all they know. Someone wakes up every day just to take bribes, collect bribe, and go home and sleep. Then you think, no, this is the democracy we wanted. Yeah, Mandela gave us democracy. Ne? He gave us democracy. We are waking now. Some at Home Affairs, they're selling IDs there. They're selling IDs to illegal immigrants. They're doing all of that corruption. Look at the Chidima case. Someone was defrauded of her identity for many, many years. They couldn't live their life. Oh, in South Africa, anything goes. In South Africa, anything goes. South Africa is one of those rotten countries. And, it wasn't when the black administration took over. We behaved like people who were so hungry for corruption. We started looting. We started taking everything. Stealing. All that we can think of, it's stealing. Nothing else. We are not fixing this country. People like General Mkhwanazi, they will make sure that they get him fired. And he doesn't care, that man. He doesn't care. Sometimes when you are faced with the devil, you don't care. That, no, let me just go head on. I don't care now. I don't care anymore who says what. I don't care. I like his posture. And Julius Malema has said many times that we need more police officers like General Mkhwanazi. South Africa will be safe. Give that man Gauteng. He will deal with it. If he can survive there in KZN, he can extinguish Gauteng. So now we ask ourselves, what are the other commissioners doing in the whole province? We used to have someone who was the most useless human being on earth, General Kehla there. General Kehla there. The most useless someone. He's on pension now, I don't know. He couldn't even lift his finger. You see the finger? He couldn't lift his finger. Yeah. Going to work for salary. Robot, salary. Kehla. He wasted our time. That old man. I don't know whether he's old or he's too slow or he was, I don't know, he was numb. He was numb. Even when he's sitting, he was always numb. Now we've got a commissioner now. Oh, the politicians are chasing him. Hey, the IPID must investigate him. He was protecting drug. Who are those drug dealers? Let them bring them out. Who are those drug dealers? From where? How do they know that they are drug dealers? It means they know them. It's their friends. They are talking about their friends. Their friends. Let them expose them. For once. Name and shame. No. They are chasing this one. No, let's chase Mkhwanazi. This man is coming with nonsense. Let's block him. Let's make sure that we block all the entrances, all the exit points. Yeah. We want to prove a point to him. Unashamedly so. These useless politicians, they are stealing. They've been comfortable doing their corruption, their corrupt activities, dealing with drug dealers, stealing everything there, working with syndicates, serious criminals who are killing, committing murder and all of those kind of cases. General Mkhwanazi is dealing with that and they are blocking him. What do they want? You'll never know. It's so sad, South Africa. I don't know. What is it exactly that we want? What is it that, do we want a clean governance where there's less crime, where we can feel safe, or we want gangsterism? We want a gangster state. Which one do we want? I don't understand. Squatters, maybe you'll tell me, what exactly are we looking for? A gangster state or a clean governance where all the citizens will feel safe, will do their own thing without worrying that someone will come and point a firearm behind them? I don't know. We are a lost generation. Lost generation. Lost generation. Really, we don't know what we want. We don't know. It's so sad, squatters. But anyway, I'm worried that these politicians are chasing the man who's doing his job. It means when you do your job in South Africa, you become an enemy of the politicians. Sharp squatters.